Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs. I've got some really big news I've been wanting to share with you. The incredible BJ Novak, best known from The Office, writer, best-selling author, comedian, will be the closing keynote at Content Entrepreneur Expo, CEX 2024 in Cleveland, Ohio, May 5th to 7th. BJ joins the already amazing lineup of content entrepreneurs speaking at CEX. So make sure you reserve your space today by registering at cex.events. That's cex.events, and I will see you there. I will be hosting the event. Super excited about it. Rick Rubin is a music executive and founder of Def Jam Records and former president of Columbia Records. If you aren't familiar with the name, you definitely recognize him. He's been critical to the careers of the Beastie Boys, LL Cool J, Aerosmith, Johnny Cash, and so many more incredible artists. He says in his book and in other places that when someone is creating something, the audience comes last. He believes that if you're creating real art, you have to be creating it for you and not care about fitting it to a particular audience. He says this: when you make something, when you're making art truly for yourself, you're doing the best thing you possibly can for the audience. I agree and disagree with Rick on this. Maybe the distinction is, if you're a content entrepreneur, you probably aren't making art. I've heard Seth Godin talk about making and shipping art all the time, his entire career. Are my posts on content creation or social media or content marketing art? In my case, I don't believe they are. They are what Mr. Rubin would call commerce. We are building a business on the back of a content model. We are working to satisfy the needs of the audience, maybe go beyond their expectations. And if we do that correctly and consistently, they become a loyal audience, one that can be monetized. I can't think of this as art. Most likely your blog posts, your Instagrams, your TikToks, your YouTubes, it's not art. You're developing these things because you're working to build a business where you'll never have to report to another person anytime, anywhere again. If we start believing that the content we create needs to first and foremost be like our own diary entry, we will probably fail. Oh, is it possible that the stuff you create for you could catch on with an audience? Absolutely. But not in this model. If you want to create art, stuff that is truly for you, I think it comes best from an FU position. Have you ever seen the movie The Gambler with Mark Wahlberg and John Goodman? There is an amazing scene toward the end where Goodman talks about how people of power make the best decisions from an FU position, meaning they are covered financially. They aren't risking their base. Ultimately, no matter what happens, they'll be okay if they go out and make some risky decisions and fail. You see this at casinos. There are a number of people there that have no money and are chasing financial rewards for their livelihood. There are other people who are using excess dollars. They're having fun. If they hit, great. It's entertainment. If they lost it all, it doesn't matter. They are in an FU position. They are financially secure. Most content entrepreneurs are not in an FU position. In that case, you need to identify a niche audience, find your content tilt, a true differentiation area, and build stuff for them. This is not art. It's commerce. It's a business. Then once you build a business model that puts you in a financially comfortable position, you can do exactly as Mr. Rubin says and create for you. Create real art. That's probably where the best content on the planet will be found, from an FU position. Even with Rick Rubin, if you look back on his career, most of what he accomplished he did after he was in an FU position. So don't get confused. Creating art is amazing. It's the best. Everyone should do it. But you are not creating art. You are in the commerce business, and you need to satisfy an audience. Good luck, and I'll talk to you next Monday.